Jeff, you work here at Tyler Media with me, and I need to ask you, and I need you to give me a real answer on this.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how gross is it that I just walk into the bathroom at this business with no shoes on? At this particular business. It can be grosser other places. I know that scale's going to go, but at Tyler Media, is it that bad? Should I start putting the shoes on?
I'm just telling you, I've had to in past...
Okay, but men and women's restrooms are different too.
No, but I've had to clean the women's restrooms because for whatever reason, I'm the guy they want to send in there with the plunge. I'm just telling you, I'd be wearing my shoes.
But you're only going in there for plunger reasons?
No, yeah.
It's not always like that, Jeff.
Man.
Maybe you're walking in the worst of circumstances.
Okay, I'm just telling you. I don't know that I'd be walking in there with no shoes on. You kind of made me dry heave a little bit.
No, I was really hoping this was going to go a different way. Like, here, it's not so bad.
No, you're fine. No.
I haven't seen any drops or puddles or... I think it's okay.
Okay. I've always told you do you. I'm not going to judge you, but I'm telling you.
Okay, well, I just needed to know. I don't know that it's going to change anything. Maybe I should not have asked.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have.
Okay.
I don't even have this down on my prep for our show today. But it just happened over the weekend. We've talked about it before, and I don't even know if there's an answer. I just need to get this off my chest.
Okay, that's what we're here for, Jeff. Vent.
My son-in-law, so we're at the volleyball game last weekend, and my son-in-law is sitting right next to me, and he opens up his phone. Now, you know how I am with the red notifications, right?
Yes, you can't handle a notification.
I looked over every single app or whatever you want to call it, window that stores that. Every single one had red in notification and double-digit notifications. I literally thought I was going to have an attack.
Did your brain short circuit a little bit?
I went, oh my God, so loud that the rest of the people in there thought something had really seriously happened. And I said, I'm sorry, everything's okay. Like I made such a scene.
This is just the most stressful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, and I showed him mine. I said, okay. How do you do that?
Serious question for people that can stand the bubble. Because Jeff and I are the same on this. We can't have the notification bubbles because at a certain point, when do you know when you're getting new notifications?
Well, and that's,
you know what I mean? Like,
and I mean, it was screen after screen after every single app.
My best friend is like this.
What?
I don't.
Beth?
Yeah, I can't. Her phone stresses me out so bad I can't look at it. I don't understand. Her inbox is insane. Occasionally I have to bust into it to like do things with tickets we're sharing or something like. I don't know how she finds anything in there.
I'm telling you, wow.
People.
Okay.
Tell us how you do it.
Yes. Hit us up in the comments. I'd love to hear this, please.
Speaking of Beth, actually I think this might have been a Jessica story, but it popped up at girls' night and I want to know because I can see you going either way on this.
Okay.
Was this? Okay, I'm just going to tell you the story. My friend was having a birthday party. I think they were having it at Chuck E. Cheese or something like that for a family member. Okay. So they like rented out the table. You got, the cupcakes, everything like that. Some kid just wanders over to their table, says nothing. Nothing at all. Just looks at them. A little weird, right?
Yeah.
He just hands out his hand. So they put a cupcake in it because he's a kid. And he's just sitting there eating that cupcake. They couldn't figure out, like, where'd this kid come from? What does he need?
So he wasn't part of the party?
No, and they kept trying to talk to him, and this kid just non-responsive at all. The dad came over and explained to them that he's been doing this to every table. He has scored cupcake and cakes off of every table. Is this genius or is this kid greedy? Or should this kid be watched better by his parents?
I'm going to tell you it's all three, actually, okay? Because first of all, for the kid, you got to that's pretty genius for the kid.
Said nothing. And you're just like, well, I don't know. I mean, like this poor kid, I guess, well, let's give him a cupcake. It's working for him.
Well, yeah, and you don't know. I mean, maybe he was on the scale or something.
Right, I mean, some kids are nonverbal, so you don't want to just assume that kid should be able to talk. So, yeah, you want to be nice and help out a kid? I mean, all he's asking for is a cupcake. You're going to have some leftovers anyway.
Yeah, but the parents, I'm sorry, the parents don't need to be going, yeah, he got another one. No, they need to be taking care of the child. I'm sorry.
Okay. Be honest, if one of your kids was going around, would you be a little bit proud that he happened to snag?
At first, but yeah, here's the thing. I would let it happen one time, I shouldn't even say let it. If it happened, I would excuse it one time and say, that's not how this works. And I'd apologize prophetically, but I would be like, yes, way to go.
No, maybe not Not a bad strategy.
Right?
It worked for him.
Oh my God. Can you imagine adults doing that?
I thought about that. I wonder if it'd work.
Can you imagine, seriously, like even just at lunch, you just sit down at somebody's table, don't say anything. What do you think happens? I mean,
it depends on what kind of person you're getting, I think. That could be a wide range of.
Yeah.
What would you do if somebody just sat down at your table, said nothing, and then just stuck out their hand?
I will tell you honestly, the first reaction I think is going to be your brain is broken. You're trying to figure out what's going on.
Such confusion of like,
yes.
Why, can I help you with something?
Like, right. Like, why are you here? Yes.
I don't know what I don't know what I would do with that.
And then to make it worse, what if then somebody else came over and said, he scored 3 nachos today and a couple of, I mean.
Well, like slow clap. I mean, the strategy's working and he's a cute kid. I don't know that you can pull this off. As an adult, you're probably going to get punched more often than not is going to be the response that you get. As a kid, I don't know that it's the worst idea.
Maybe
He's got a belly full of cupcakes now.
Yeah, maybe not. This is a great segue. We didn't even plan this, but I wanted to talk about this, and I don't think there's an answer, but I'm just curious. Why is Popeyes so difficult? We were talking about this the other day. I absolutely love Popeyes food, Popeyes chicken.
Yeah.
And their red beans and rice, maybe some of the best red beans and rice you can get anywhere, not just fast food.
That Cajun chicken?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Man, they have one. The gym I used to go to had one in the parking lot. And I try to go by there and get some Cajun chicken, but I don't have 30 minutes to wait on some chicken strips.
They are I don't know how they stay in business. They're so difficult. And I don't care who you talk to or where they live, because it's not just an Oklahoma thing. It's like a nationwide thing. I don't even know how I would act if I went to a Popeyes and it went smoothly.
Yeah, I know that if I'm doing it, I'm just in it for the long haul. Popeyes, why you gotta be like that?
Okay, that's just how, maybe again in the comments, I'd like to know if you guys have had issues with them too, okay? Because we can't be the only one. And I know we're not, because I've talked to several people about this.
Surely not. But I need that
and
Cajun
it's
chicken.
So good. It's a problem. It's like, why?
I don't know, but they need to fix it. Okay. Yeah. Is this just your venting podcast that's we're doing this week?
No. I've got a couple. You want me to talk about a couple others?
Sure. I have another one too. I don't know where.
Okay. Why don't you go? We'll do the tit for tat.
We're really jumping around a lot here today.
Hey, this is what you get when you listen to Off Air.
Okay. I thought about this when I rolled over this morning. What do you do to wake up? You wake up earlier than me in the morning, and you have somebody in your bed, so you can't have that alarm going on. You're going to be annoying. So I assume first thing you really are pretty much rolling out of bed, grabbing your phone, rolling out of bed.
Yeah. In fact, that's one of the reasons probably I don't do the snooze. If I do it maybe one time, and then it's only about a 15-minute snooze.
Well, then it's rude to have like 15 alarms going off if somebody else is sleeping next to you. That's kind of rude. But so I assume your alarm goes off, you kind of grab your phone, you kind of saunter into the bathroom. What do you do on your phone? Do you do anything on your phone? What's your routine?
Yeah, so the routine is you grumble all the way to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, slowly drag yourself.
Don't want to be up, especially at 2:30 in the morning. You start taking care of Mother Nature.
Okay, start on the pot.
On the throne. And so while you're there, and you're trying to wake up, you start looking at what your day ahead's going to be like. You check email. You do all the things.
Okay, that's what do you think that's what wakes your brain up? Maybe that's more of what I'm asking is like, okay, once you start like opening the emails, your brain's like, oh yeah, I got it. You start your to-do list right then when you're sitting on the pot?
Yeah, I think so. But it's funny because in just our show prep this morning, they were talking about that's one of the worst things you can do to start your day.
Yeah, look at your phone.
Right. And I'm like, but I don't know how else I could start my day, because there are days, depending on what we're doing here, and even when we're trying to tie into the news channel, that there's that early of a morning email saying, hey, we're not going to be able to use you today because we have this.
True.
And so you have to kind of adjust your day accordingly.
Because you're still getting in really early. Could you not just adjust it when you got in here? Why are you doing it on the toilet? Well, I'm wondering, they tell you not to look at your phone first thing because it can add anxiety. You're
doesn't make me anxious.
Okay. Well, I was wondering if maybe that was what woke you up, was like the anxiety of like, oh, I got to get to this thing.
So what do you do?
I roll over and I turn on a podcast, and it's always some sort of conversational podcast where they're not really talking about anything. So if I doze off and come back, I haven't missed anything important. They're just chit-chatting along. So I will turn that on my first snooze.
Here we go. By the way, if you're keeping up as you're listening, did you catch what she just said? 8.
Yeah. 4 on the phone, 4 on the watch. The ones on the phone, 10 minutes apart, it goes every 5 minutes. They go back and forth. Anyway, so I turn on my little conversational podcast of some sort, go in there, kind of have that conversation going all morning while I get ready. I do not look at my work stuff. That's work business. I'll deal with that in the few minutes later when I actually arrive into work.
Well, the funny thing about that too is I know you don't unless I sent you something, because it gets you that notification back to that. And then you'll walk in and say, wow, you sent an email at 2:30 this morning.
Yeah, why are you doing that, Jeff?
Because I'm thinking you need to have your butt up too.
Nope. I got that silenced. I was just curious what wakes your brain up. Like once I start going, some mornings if I really can't, I got to turn on music or something. Because once a beat hits, my body will just kind of, even if my head just bobs to it, it'll eventually work its way down where my whole body's moving. I got to do it. There's got to be ways to get you going in the morning.
I guess. I'm not that way, because even the few times that like Janet has had to come in or drive me to work, I mean, she wants to talk, and I'm like, no.
No, I don't want to talk.
I need to wake up.
I'll hear other people talk about nothing. Please don't tell me anything important.
I'm not even sure I want to hear other people. I don't think I could do a podcast. It would annoy me.
I get that. It's familiar voices. It's like people that I feel like I know. You have a parasocial relationship with them. So it's just like, oh, yeah, they're my friends. And they're not expecting me to respond to anything. Well, no pressure there. If I doze off,
I'm not going to be able
nobody's
to. That's
upset.
all I can tell you.
Nobody knows. So, yeah, I was just curious because I figured I was not normal. And I'm not.
If you really want me to answer that.
We all know the answer to that. We do that every Monday.
Hey, real quick. Yes, we do. Earwax and eye booger. If you don't know what we're talking about, you got to go listen to our On Demand.
Yeah. Okay, Jeff, what do you got?
So, first of all, I don't want to get to this right away, but I just want to make sure. Last week we did the 2 truths, 1 lie. Did you?
I did my homework.
Okay. All right, just making sure.
I did. I have that coming up next.
We got into a conversation with some friends that, garage sale season. There's really not a season. I mean, it's year round, but the spring and summer.
Spring cleaning, right after everybody's kind of clear. It seems like there's more, yeah.
So how do you handle them? How do you approach a garage sale? And the reason I ask is, are you out to make a huge profit, or are you out to get rid of the crap in your house and make some money on?
Oh, for one that I'm putting on myself?
Yes, the one you're doing.
I'm just trying to make a little money off my crap.
Okay. See, that's how I thought. Of course, I probably did lowball. So Janet and I actually had a little bit of a tiff one year when I did this. She had to go inside for, maybe it was something business. I can't remember. She had to be inside for a little bit. So I'm running it. And I'm just looking at it. We're just trying to get rid of this stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I can't remember if it was, there were 2 of them that I did that she thought I undersold them.
Right. Was it furniture pieces?
Well, no, actually it was a washer and dryer and then some Trek mountain bikes.
Okay. Those are big items. Those are high price items.
Still got 100, 150 a piece or something like that.
Okay.
Still got some pretty good.
Okay.
But they really could have gone for more. But here's my deal. I'm one of those people that look at a garage sale and it's like, you can't look at what it cost you to buy it.
Right, of course.
You're just trying to get and make some money. So that's why I'm asking.
Okay, well, my question is, what was the original value that she had marked that you talked down to like 150? We're talking like double? Did she have them at 300 and you went down to 150?
No, I want to say they were around 200 maybe, because I think we bought them for like 350. I'm thinking of the Trek bikes. And I was thinking half. I mean, but it's half and we're getting rid of them.
I'd have gone for 200 on it.
Really?
I tried to get 200 out of that one. Yeah, those are expensive, and that's still a really good deal.
Yeah, well, I mean, we weren't using them, so
and
hanging on to them to me didn't make any sense.
Well, then, because I've done this with a couch, which is why I asked you, which I was like, I think I can get more. No, you can't.
That's what. Yes.
And then you're just like, well, I guess I'm donating this couch now because I got nowhere to put this thing, and we really don't need it. So it's a fine line. I'd also ask, what day of the garage sale are you on? Are you on day 1? Because I bet somebody's going to roll through there and buy.
Can I just tell you, I'm not doing multiple days. No,
you're
I'm doing one day.
You're one day only sale. How far in the day are you? How far in the day?
And it's one of those,
How much traffic have you got?
Total neighborhood garage sales that
so there's a lot of people
banners. I mean, there's a ton of people in the addition.
Yeah, then I'd be asking, how far in the day are you? Because you got a lot of traffic coming through.
It wasn't early. I know that. It wasn't the very end.
I can't say for sure whether I would have thought that was a good idea. I don't know the condition, all that kind of stuff. There's just a lot of factors that go into garage sales, and that's why I don't like them.
Okay, can I just say this is why women are in charge of garage sales? Because guys, We're not. We're
Whatever, take my crap.
Yeah, well, yeah, and if I
5
can
cents,
make
go.
more room in my garage for something else,
get that.
and actually get a little cha-ching from it, I'm gonna be good.
I respect that. At the bottom line, that's what I'm there for. I just want to make a little cash because I was going to give away that stuff or trash it or whatever. So whatever you're making is a profit at this point.
You brought up a good point. That's what we usually do. The stuff you don't sell, then you end up donating.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Which again, I love donating.
Yeah.
But my deal is, if we're trying to make some money, then if you get
Make what
$50,
you can
you
get.
get $50.
Garage sales are so stressful. This is why I don't do them partially. I also don't go to them because I don't feel like haggling people down on things. And it's just kind of awkward to walk into somebody's garage and they're just like, they've been sitting there all day.
Dude,
at
I know
some sad table and like.
I know some people absolutely love them.
Oh, I get it because it's the same thing. We talked about this, like the vintage shops. You can find such a good deal.
Here we go.
Stuff you won't find anywhere else. I totally understand the appeal, and I might go in if I was like with somebody else. But when I'm like running past, I don't stop and look. It's like an awkward social interaction, and I don't know. The deal's probably not good enough for me to do that. Is that bad?
Me. No, you're just
as a
cracking me
person that
up.
works in radio, people are probably like, she doesn't have awkward social interaction, or like she knows how to deal with people well, but
but
like I don't know.
sometimes you want to turn that off.
It makes me feel weird. Makes me feel weird. It does.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Are you ready to get to your 2 truths and a lie since you brought it up?
Yeah, I do. I want to see how I do
I
here.
feel like you may even know some of these, but we're going to try. Okay. I gave a speech at graduation.
Okay.
I won a hot wings eating contest and got Thunder tickets.
Okay.
I've never seen the movie Gladiator.
I'm going to go with I think you did not give a speech at graduation.
I did.
Oh! I know you've won the hot wing thing.
I did not actually. I didn't win it. I participated in it.
Oh, you got me on
I came in second.
Oh, see, I knew you did.
Technicality.
You got me on the technicality.
Yeah, I was at Buffalo Wild Wings and it was like ridiculously hot. They really, really sauced up those wings for you, and you couldn't like wipe off your hands or your face. But I did. Also, you're standing in front of a bunch of people, so my strategy was I was just going to kind of take it slow and hope everybody else tapped out, and that worked pretty good until
got second place. Yeah,
but no, I did give a speech at graduation because there were so few people in the class. Jeff,
well, that was.
I'm not saying I didn't. I definitely did not graduate top of my class. Matter of fact, I'm going to give myself the benefit of the doubt and say maybe 3 out of 4. But it really could have been 4.
That was the number that graduated in her class.
Yes,
4.
Four people. Three others and me, just to be clear about that. So everybody had to give a speech to span it out a little bit. Otherwise, the ceremony would have been so
Real
short. Like, what are you going to do?
That's funny, yeah.
So,
Okay,
yes, I
each
did
of
do
you
that.
are going to have to give a speech now because we need to go at least 45 minutes.
Just span it out just a little bit. Yes, and I also have never seen Gladiator, and that upsets a lot of people.
Oh, I know. I knew that one for sure because I've told you 100 times over. I'm going to duct tape you to a chair and make you watch it.
Again, you have all spoiled the movie for me. What do I need to watch it for now?
Are you not entertained?
I don't think I will be because I already know. I already know what happens.
But you haven't watched it.
That's what everybody says. I don't know. I'm probably still not.
It was good enough. They made another one.
Yeah, did they? I didn't even know they did.
Yeah, Gladiator 2.
Isn't it a kind of an all? He dies. How do you make a second one?
It's about Lucius, the son.
Oh, I don't care. I barely care about the first one. Clearly, I haven't seen it. It's become part of my personality now. I can't watch it.
Sometimes I don't even know what to do with you. I mean, I really don't. It's just like, really? This is how you're going to be?
You love it, Jeff.
Is there a movie that you would say, because I'm really, being serious about, I mean, I'm not going to really duct tape you, but I think you should.
Yeah, a movie that I think everybody should watch.
I should see?
That you haven't?
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know necessarily that you haven't already. I just, like Godfather, I feel like is a must.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go through your movies a little bit better to see what you're lacking.
Well, maybe that'll be something for next time.
Okay. Plus, all the movies I recommend are like, have you seen Encino Man? It's amazing.
Yeah, have.
Yeah, I know you have. I love that. And Son-in-Law.
Oh, Son-in-Law.
You like Son-in-Law. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Give me some grandy.
I didn't know we were going to end up on Pauly Shore on this podcast. No, I'm never.
Okay.
It's never a bad thing.
Good.
Who wants to start with the Tell Me More cards this week? I can't even remember who did it.
I don't remember.
Okay, well, I'm just going to give them to you. I don't know why I tried. There's too many of them to do the little card span thing.
Okay, I just picked one. You're up.
Okay. You go first.
Oh, here. We'll try this again if you're watching this on video.
I got it. Okay, go ahead.
If money were no concern, what would you want to do with your life?
Oh. Well, I've thought about, maybe not money not being concerned, but like after retirement, I have thought about that. I don't think that I'll ever be in a position where money's no concern.
Well, I don't think that's a fair question.
So retirement is as close as I can imagine.
Let's go with that because I don't think any of us are going to be, it's no concern to me.
I do like working. I like being busy. I like doing stuff.
Right.
So I'd probably find ways that I could do something that would help others and still be a fun thing to do. And hopefully would allow me to travel a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that looks at like volunteering at some organization and seeing if they need like public speaking help, something like that. But yeah, I might do something like that and just chill, spend time with my family. I mean, the generic.
No, I was going to say
answers.
It's funny because you and I have pretty close to the same answers. I'm thinking if money was not a concern, then I'd figure out how much of the money that I'm not concerned about I could donate to all these organizations that do such a great job. As you mentioned, maybe volunteer my time too. I'd still have to find something to do to keep me busy or occupied.
Yeah, I like
but
learning.
I want it to be something that's more flexible. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like I don't have to be there every Monday.
And I don't want to wake up to an alarm.
Right.
So it'd need to be a real flexible schedule. But yeah, I like being busy. I like learning new things.
Yes.
And
I love your travel
helping
idea.
Others. Yeah.
And of course helping. I mean, I really would. I mean, that's one of the reasons, like if you listen to our show, our morning show that is on 104.1, I love doing the good news because it's a way for all of us to go, that one I could help with, or I could volunteer, or I could donate. And so many of these organizations we spotlight on the good news do have the volunteer. So like, it's not always monetary donations. You can just give of your time.
Yeah. And I'm going to light pitch this here in the podcast because we've kicked it around a little bit. But I've thought about, I want to volunteer places and I have done that before, but I'm not part of an organization. So you kind of walk in by yourself and you're like, hi, I'm me. I'm here with me.
Right.
And they don't necessarily know what to do with you either. So they kind of place you with a group. We've talked about maybe getting a group of listeners together and getting our own group in case that's a thing that you're running into. Maybe you want to volunteer, but you don't have a group and it's a little intimidating, or you've got kids and you want to make that a value for them. So you want to kind of model it and take them out, show them what it's about to just help, how easy it is to paint a wall or to pack some food at the regional food bank. I think they take, no, I can't back this up, but I think they'll do volunteers starting at like age 6, maybe it's 8.
I want to say it's 8, maybe.
It's younger because really you're taking food items and you're putting them in a bag, but these are for other kids that are their age and possibly aren't eating. So it's a good way to teach and show some good value.
Rachael and I literally have kicked this around, and we would love to have a JNR Nation volunteer group that, like she said, we go out and we help Habitat for Humanity or Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma. Or
I love Restore OKC
Pivot.
is one of my
Restore
favorites.
OKC. Yeah, I mean, there's so many.
Lots of great local things. And I know a lot of people feel stressed out about, there's so much going on and, I wish things were better. Like, this really gives you a very tangible way to help your neighbors.
Since you soft pitched it and we're kind of piggybacking on it, let's do this. The comment section, or if you just want to get a hold of us,
whatever.
Let us know and we'll build this little volunteer nation.
Yeah. You guys know our socials, My Magic Morning Show. Or you can actually, if you want to text it, you can send it to that text line. We check it all the time, 405-478-1041. But yeah, if you're interested in that, maybe that's something that we do.
I like that. Okay, now that was mine. What's yours?
Mine is, what's something you lost or misplaced that you still think about? How do you narrow it down?
Right.
Where is that thing?
I
had one come off the top of my head.
Go for it.
I lost a ring that a friend gave me probably in like 1998. It says happy on it. It's silver. And that was a treasured possession. I have no idea where it is. I'm afraid I probably left it in a treadmill gym cup somewhere ages ago, but I would love to have that thing back.
See, I hate it sometimes when you go first because then you make me sound like a...
Oh, yeah. So
the first thing that popped in my head is so not even anywhere close to what you just said. So I made this big deal with you a few months ago or whatever that I didn't lose socks. Okay.
Right.
I've lost a sock.
That one sock.
And I have looked high and low. I have done multiple loads. I have told Janet about it. I've gone through the house going, how do you lose one sock? I've moved the dryer. I can't find one of my Nike socks. And you know they're important to me because they have L&R on them.
Yes,
so you know left and right.
That's right. Oh, I'm sorry about your
I
lost
cannot
sock.
believe this is what I'm...
Well, it's
but it
haunting
is.
you.
It's bothering me.
Well, because didn't you say that you leave the one in your drawer? So is the other one just
Yes.
taunting you? Just sitting there
because
like,
every
I'm
time I
missing
open the
my
drawer
mate.
to
I'm
get-
missing my mate.
Yes, it's just laying there by itself.
Where could it be?
That's...
Just every time
Quit
you open
making fun
it
of
up.
me. You asked, okay? This is what popped in my head.
It's totally legitimate. Now that you mentioned it, I am also missing a sock currently, and fingers crossed it showed up. Didn't pop into it. It's not stressing me out. I haven't thought about it repeatedly, but yeah, there is one on the loose.
Hey, there's one other thing I want to do. This was just last minute here.
Okay.
So on show prep today, there was this guy who
You're handing me paper, and that concerns me.
we're gonna do something here. I don't know if it'll really show up on the video, but we're still gonna do this. Okay. So this guy set a world record for folding or making it a paper airplane and then throwing it.
Oh no.
Okay.
I don't know.
And he did it in 5.12 seconds. So here's the thing. I know there's no way we're going to do it in 5.12 seconds.
No, but you're going to make me fold an airplane.
But we're going to fold an airplane, and the timer doesn't stop until you
throw it.
So, are you
These
ready?
aren't even, okay, before we start, normally don't you have to have like a normal piece
Yeah,
of paper? These
yeah,
are halves.
but
I'm just showing the camera
I
so they
try-
can see we're at a disadvantage already.
I tried this earlier this morning just to see.
You practiced.
I did practice. And you could still make a paper airplane from it. Doesn't turn out great, but you can still make one.
Okay, well.
Are you ready?
Yep. 3.
All right, here we go. 3,
2.
2, 1, start. This is so funny. So yes, you have to make a paper airplane. Timer doesn't stop until you throw it out of your hand, and it has to at least fly a little bit. So you can't just, throw it. So
Hold on, his nose is messed up.
uh-oh, well, that's tough. We're at 15 seconds already. Here's mine. Boom. 18 seconds. Yours actually flew. I'll give it. What the heck?
Well, you didn't say they had to be good, Jeff.
Rachel's, mine.
Well, okay.
You know what? You could have cheated and just done this. Yours looks so bad. You could have just went, done, Jeff.
Don't think that I didn't think about it. Listen, full confession here just for our podcast listeners. That's the first paper airplane I've ever made in my life.
Well, I'm impressed you got it to fly.
Yeah, well, I could have just crumpled it up. It would have gone further.
I thought about doing that too, but I didn't want to cheat.
Yours is good.
I don't know if it's good.
Well, for 18
It
seconds,
didn't really fly well.
that was a fun challenge.
See?
Yep.
Yeah, see,
No,
it doesn't
that
really
was
It doesn't really want
good.
to fly.
All right, you win this one.